at the store said this thing would cut down like 50 trees a day easily. Man, I'm on my third tree. I'm about worn out. I'm gonna have to call them and see what's going on with this. All right, we're back up here, and we're actually gonna do some work this weekend. Last couple weekends, we've been taking the dog hunting. He's 5 years old, so he's in his prime. And the way I see it, to deny him going hunting would be like not giving Van Gogh or Picasso any art supplies. It sure is a beautiful thing to watch them hounds in action, man. I love it. But anyways, we're gonna be doing some work today. Basically, you see these trees in front of us. This one's dead. It had no leaves this year. You know, you can kind of see she's in less than optimal condition. But that's one of them that'll go down today. This whole section right in front of me, this is going to be the driveway and lead up to where we're going to put the garage and the house foundation. So I need to get these trees out of here so I can finish getting these rocks and this dirt out of here so we can flatten off the top of this hillside here. So we're going to do the easy part now. I had originally planned on having all this done by now, or that was the original goal, but 2020 happened, and I think that's all that needs to be said, because for the stuff that we needed to get done, like if 2020 was a drink, it would have been liquid manure. But basically, here's what we're looking at for in the spring. I got to get these rocks out of here. And man, there's no shortage of them. We've been taking them and putting them beside our driveway, and they actually look pretty nice. So I'm actually thankful we have them. It's just a lot of work moving them. And lucky or unlucky, these rocks go through this big pile here that we have to move. And they go through and they come out the other side, and then they wrap through the woods. So we don't have to move all of them, thankfully, but all the ones that are in this big pile are going to have to go. But that'll be for next spring. Right now, I figured perfect time of the year to cut some trees down, and with this little bit of snow on the ground, we can burn the branches. You know, we're going to burn them pretty much right there. Make it easy. I'm kind of lazy, so the least amount of work I have to do, the better. We got a couple halfway decent sized trees, nothing crazy or super complicated to cut. That one has a nice little hanger hanging out of it, so that one will be kind of exciting because the guy doesn't want to get doinked in the head. But that one will go, and we'll probably clear out a lot of the junker type trees, even if they're pretty small right now, just because it's easier to clear them out and not have to deal with them later, because we don't want stuff falling on the buildings after we build them. Well, all right, I guess that's enough yapping. I'll get to work. Yeah, mud. If mud was running in the presidential election, it'd win by landslide. All right. Well, we had a day and a half to see how much we could get done, and this is what we got done. Looks kind of like a war zone. We didn't get all the trees we wanted to get cut down, because today was windier than a redneck sauerkraut eating contest. So yeah, we didn't get all the trees cut down, but we did clear out a fair amount. We got a bunch chopped up for, if I spin around here, for some campfire wood. And then if you're wondering why I'm so dead set on cutting these popples and aspens down, here's a good example. This tree looked perfectly fine on the outside, and yet this was in the middle of it. And the last thing I need after I go through the work of putting some buildings up, is one of these big old trees falling on it. We burned yesterday, but we didn't get to start any fires today just because of the wind. All right, now for a magic trick. I'm gonna turn into a driveway. All right, as I walk down here, I figured I'd show you the driveway. This is another project we're working on this year. And this is where the stones are going. Speaking of stones, we got 32 yards of 3- here, dropped off this year. They charged us $860 to drop that and box spread it here on the driveway. This driveway, if I go into a little history of this, we bought the property in 2017. The first year there was nothing but it was like a deer trail literally coming back here. So when we first bought the property, and it was an old existing driveway, but trees had grew up in it and everything. So back in 2017 when we bought the property, first thing we did, we cut all the trees down and made a little path so we can at least drive back here. And I was happy with that. In fact, here's some pictures of what it looked like when we first got here, and I did that. Well, then it hits fall of 2017 and the rains come and you get a little snow and freezing, melting, and this turned into an absolute muddy nightmare. And we had a ton of trouble getting back in here. So then we talked about it, and going into spring of 2018, we called around, got some quotes to have someone put in a driveway. and the lowest quote was like 13,000 and some odd dollars, and that was to widen the driveway a little bit and put the stone down, basically make this driveway. And at $13,000, I thought, oh man, you know, I think I'd be better off buying a tractor, you know, and trying to do the work myself, even though I have no experience in it, know nothing about it, than just handing over my money to someone else. Well, here's these stones I was talking about. Sorry to change the angle here a little bit. Stones, that's a custom designed obstacle course for my dog. Back to the driveway. Okay, so in 18 then, after we had all the mud troubles, in 17 we had a load of 3- spread on here. But first, before I did that, let's go back a step. I took the tractor with the grader scraper on, and I scraped the topsoil off. And then we have some sand up here on the hill, and I dropped a bucket of sand, say every I don't know, 15 feet, kind of spread it lightly over it. And then we had a couple loads of 3- dropped off and box spread on here, and then I spread it out with the grader scraper. And that pretty much cured our getting stuck issue. But then the issue was the driveway wasn't wide enough. So then we got an old barn here on the property, and we broke up the concrete, started stacking it beside the driveway, and then we put clay on top of the concrete, a little bit of sand on top of that, and then we had 32 yards of 3- dropped off this fall, and I box spread that. And we actually are going to need a little more yet, but I'm going to wait until I get the stones spread all the way down the sides of the driveway, these big boulders. So then I can run the 3- all the way up to the boulders. And the driveway's working fantastic. So once we get, we know for certain it's all kind of packed in here, we'll put road gravel on top of the 3- and I think we'll call her done. Right now, I think we're around $1,300 into the driveway. You know, maybe 14, but that's not including the tractor, obviously. You know, that's just the materials we put into the driveway. But I like that a lot better than 13 grand. And it's fun doing the work and learning about it and finding out what works and what doesn't work. All right, well, that's enough yakking about a driveway. I never thought a driveway could be such a big project or take so much time, but it definitely did. I'll never look at a driveway the same. All right, I think that's about all I can yak about for now. Hopefully next weekend I can come up here and get the rest of these trees knocked down. Of course, right now, you know, I'm complaining that it was windy all day. It's still as can be right now, but it's getting dark, so I don't think I'm going to drop anything anymore today. All right, well, thanks for watching.